can tell, a lot of our videos have been about you doing something and taking charge and responsibility for your life as a creative storyteller. And today we'd sort of like to condense that into this idea of it's time for you to start living your journey as an actor.
Yes, and the reason why you should do this every day is because, actors who do not practice every day get sick. And we hear from our clients all the time when they are sometimes depressed, anxious, just overall in a dark place. Nothing looks good, they're not looking. Sometimes they're even thinking about quitting acting altogether.
Yeah.
And that's when we usually ask them, okay, how long has it been since you last did anything, and it's usually like, 6 months ago, a year ago, So that's why you're a creative person. You need to be creative every day.
Yeah. These are things with the technology that we have today, and we've been talking about that. There's no reason you can't make a little short film all by yourself in your apartment tonight. And that, I can't tell you how important it is. Like in that audition room, a person that's been working on their creativity every day is night and day different from somebody that hasn't done anything, a commercial 6 months ago.
Yes. And it's not about, because we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, like we have to be perfect, and then we have to create an Oscar-winning film, it's baby steps. Start small. Do a little bit every day. Get your camera, write down 4 lines, and just film that from different angles and just play, with the acting, what you want to do with those 4 lines, and film it, and then watch it. And if you don't like it, you just delete it.
I know. We did that the other day. We just sat down with 4 lines out of nowhere and started filming it and learning about it. I think the most important thing that you can do is get really almost religious about it. Really commit to the fact that every day I'm going to do X amount of time on being creative. And if you start that and you're religious about it, then it's going to become a habit. Then without even thinking about it, you're going to be able to do these things, and you're going to be a working actor.
Yeah. And that's the thing. If you do it every day, your brain and your body and you begin to believe that you are an actor. You become more confident. You're going to learn from your mistakes. You're going to learn from practicing. And that's what people, people who do something every day, they are professionals because they become really familiar with whatever they're doing. Be it a doctor, be it a teacher or a painter. If they do that every day, they become great at it. It's not, a lot of people ask us in class, okay, but how do I become as good as, fill in the line, like what's your favorite, who's your favorite actor? And they're looking for that, $1 million question. How do I hit that creative spot every time? How do I find my character? How do I, do some amazing acting every time? It's just practice. You have to do it. There's a lot of hard work involved behind anything if you want to be good at anything. And I find it that, especially with the younger generations, I find it that they don't like failing. They don't like to go through the hard process of actually acquiring those skills. They want to do it and they want to see something amazing right away. And it doesn't work like that.
No, that's a very good point. If you're doing this every day, and some days, it's not very good, and other days, that's kind of neat, If you get used to the fact that, sometimes it fails, sometimes it works, then failure doesn't become such a big deal. But if you're only working once or twice every year, then it's a big deal. If you don't audition every day, then when you have an audition, it becomes a big deal, whether you succeed or fail. And it shouldn't be. You should really just focus on being creative. And when it becomes a habit, it's going to help you during those times where you're lazy or you don't feel like it or whatever else. Because it's a habit, you just do it. Doesn't matter.
As you're thinking, I don't feel like doing this today, you're setting up your camera, it's like, what the heck, might as well just get over with it. And then you end up enjoying it again, But I think that's very important. A lot of people ask me, sometimes as well ask us, how do I become a professional actor? That's business related, and it's all good and whatever, you know, but you should be concerned about being able to tell stories,
Yeah.
you know, independently of you being a professional actor or not.
Right.
Because to me, in my opinion, the day you decided to do this thing, acting, tell stories, the day that you step on your stage for the first time, the day that you step on a movie set for the first time, you are already an actor.
Yep.
You are a storyteller,
Yep.
you know? And you should feel like that. We're all work in progress. It doesn't matter if you've been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah.
Even very experienced actors will have horrible takes, you know?
Even horrible movies.
Even horrible movies sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the beast,
Right.
you know? You're always going to be learning. That's a never-ending learning process, and I think that's true, you know, for anything you do in life, hopefully.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it means you're not growing.
So start living your journey today by creating a habit every single day.
Baby steps,
Right.
and you'll get there.
Yep.